NBA champs, the Denver Nuggets, led by Air Awkward, the first player in NBA history to lead all players in points, rebounds, and assists in a single postseason. He's also the first player with 500 points, 250 rebounds, and 150 assists in a single postseason. Nikola Jokic is redefine. I mean, I don't know if he's redefining the game or the position, but he gives awkward people hope everywhere because he's the best player in the NBA.
It's incredible what he can do.
Yep.
And
all steak, no sizzle.
After watching him as much as I've been watching him in the playoffs, because I didn't pay much attention during regular season, but once playoffs start, you start to watch basketball again. And I've determined that if he were he couldn't do half of what he does if he were 6'5".
Right.
He gets the most out of his length and his height that he can. It's not like he's got some great vertical or anything like that. He's not some amazing athletic freak. He's just able to lumber through traffic, and because he's nearly 7 feet tall, he can stay up by the rim, and it's like playing Nerf hoop.
Yep.
And he's managed to find a way to have such a soft, deft touch around the rim and get everybody else involved. And of course, he's got a ton of skills with other things. His passing abilities is amazing. And when you're 7 feet taller and you're 7 feet tall and you can see everything, it helps. He's phenomenal, and he is the most awkward athlete you'll ever see.
And it makes me like him even more. And
I agree.
And just. They should market with the. I was thinking about. Well, I'll get to it a little bit later on. But here's a question. Last 5 years, we've had 5 different NBA champs, including 3 teams. One that hadn't won it since 1971 in Milwaukee, and certainly not an NBA marquee destination.
No.
Toronto, first time to the NBA Finals, they won it. Denver, first time to the NBA Finals, they won it. 5 years, 5 different champs, and I almost feel like we can include Golden State. Because Golden State spent the bulk of our lifetime being an NBA afterthought.
Yeah.
They really were.
Like they had a team in the early 90s,
Run TMC.
Yeah, exactly.
They had World Be Freed. World Be Free years ago, and then nothing, and then Run TMC, and then nothing, and then the Splash Brothers.
Yeah, Weber was there for a little bit, right?
Yeah, they had some decent teams, but
it was
nothing. Yeah, they were
going to contend for a title, and then they had a dynasty. And it looks like the dynasty is done.
Yep. But is this good for the league? I mean, the ratings are better than expected.
I think it's great for the league.
I hope so.
I think it's fantastic for the league. You look at, there are aging superstars, but they're still superstars. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Steph Curry. These are stars of the league, but they're aging stars. Mm-hmm. So it's great to see that there's this next crop of amazing players that's going to take the league and to new heights again. And you mentioned that the ratings are up. Yeah, people want to see something new, want to see something different. And there's other reasons too, other factors we've gone into before with the gambling aspect. But you get Jokic and there's just so many players that are fun to watch. The guys that they have in Boston and the Greek Freak is fantastic. We hope we have a budding superstar or two here in Detroit, and Trae Young is great. John Moran, if he can get his act together, he's a phenomenal player. Donovan Mitchell and all these guys that are really superstar athletes and superstar players that are more than willing and more than ready to take the mantle and let's run with it for the next 10 years in the NBA.
It's weird because let's say, I don't know who the guy is, right? Our lifetime, it went from Dr. J, the Magic and Bird, collectively, were the guy.
Yeah, Isaiah.
Then Michael Jordan. Then Kobe. Then LeBron.
Shaq in there.
Yeah, but who's the guy? Who's going to be? Did Steph Curry? Was it Steph Curry? Or
I think it was Steph. I think because Steph
he was taking it from LeBron for a stretch there.
Yeah, because he was unguardable. He was unguardable. He knocked every shot down. He was launching shots from 30 feet, and that wasn't a stretch. That was like, oh yeah, it's a legitimate chance he makes the shot. And he took the game to a whole different level. Mm-hmm. You had that's what's great about all these guys we've seen, and that they advanced. The league was about them. but there are certain aspects of what players did that changed the game. Magic changed the game with the way that he passed the ball. Michael changed the game with what he could do in the air and the athleticism. LeBron was just this complete team player guy for a long, long time. But Steph Curry has changed the game maybe more than any of them, because everybody, every team not only emulates him, but their game plans are built around, the league is built around what Steph Curry did that nobody was doing, and that is three-point shooting. It's all about half the shots in the league now, it seems, are three-point shots.
Well, the other thing about the guy, too, I feel like if you have to discuss it and debate it, then there isn't a guy.
No, I don't think there is a guy, and
No.
I think that's a good thing for the league, because you've got so many stars that, why limit it to just Luka Doncic or whomever? You've got a group of maybe 15 players right now in the league. Every team, if they don't have a guy, they got someone who's close to being a guy, that's a lot of fun to see. Now, I hope that what we don't do is end up building super teams again, and then instead of having these 15 teams that have these great players, that it consolidates down to 6 or 5, and then it's just a battle of attrition to see who's healthy going into the finals, and that's who wins it. I don't want that. I like to have a different star each night coming in to our town when we go down to watch the team play at LCA. I want to see somebody different and great every night.